your ex-teammates on the other side, you know, you used to play together on American Tornado.
Everybody knows what you're capable of, knows what you can do. And I mean, he also goes into a fantastic situation. Yeah, so it'll be Kevster on the Sojourn, Shockwave on the Sojourn. Like I mentioned, they're going to play Junkrat here. So, I mean, we've seen it do pretty well in the past. Yeah, not able to manage here as Mirage gets run down. It's a nice shot there from Shockwave, taking the pass. And I think Doom, you know, in Overwatch 1, it was always on this Zarya, so maybe this is why they want him in.
Again, I mean, you thought that maybe False would provide you with that anyway, but have to see. Rhino Shield's going to get brought down here. Yeah, Mirror gets a nano boost. That's that Shockwave you kind of talked about, man.
He is crazy at this hero.
We got the Riptide there from Aspire. Shockwave has to quickly reposition. That's an interesting use of Blizzard there. It actually allows the Clads to flip the point.
Yeah, they have to be careful, though, I was going to say, to push up and get caught inside of this grab. They're going to end up using the sound barrier, though, to keep everybody alive. And a nice sleep there from Aztec right before he goes down onto Kevster.
Onto that main source of healing. And the Glads are now close to the finish line. Funny Astro, a very aggressive play towards Mirror, who actually ends up blowing himself up with a right click. And the Glads are looking bruised, but they maintain control. Aspire flanking angle, working around Reiner's shield. He's going to hold his own against Masa, trying to get aggressive here, but Masa just gets rolled. Shu, I mean, you're crazy if you're trying to do that to Shu.
On the Batiste, and even with Batiste becoming go away from this comp too, I imagine. Is the first one.
Surely not San Lucio.
Shockwave there able to take out Shu as he's crossing the bridge, so using the boots, being able to kind of peel for the Zen. Zen can also just kick people away now.
Playing for ults. I mean, okay. DPay's been cooking up something a little spicy, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see how this plays out in longer fights though.
When you channeling blow up some of these targets, get an early advantage, but now Masa goes over to the break. This is something we've seen.
Alright, here's the overclock from Shockwave. Doesn't have a great position to kind of do damage here. Funny Astro's able to avoid him. Well, there's an air matrix just around the corner. The Immortality Field hastily thrown to the feet of Shu as he's accosted by Mirror. Getting that regenerative burst, that instant 100 HP heal, Matt. That's massive.
Also end up using the Ant Matrix, so he's not able to cross it. I think the Gladiators burn that sound barrier, so maybe you can make something out of this.
I mean, just as Kai mentioned, good stick on Reiner. Aspire going to connect that one admirably. Meanwhile, Shu is down. The Gladiators are in trouble here. They must regroup.
Looks like has finally a little bit of a break in the action as the Gladiators going to regroup.
Aspire also more than happy to play that trace of this air matrix. Could be a problem. Shu's going to throw that Immortality Field down, but Shockwave takes it down with the disruptor shot and then just gets the kill on Shu clean with the rail. He's looking for Kevster now, trying to pressure one more right click will do the job. Kevster disruptor shot at his feet is Shockwave. It's messy, but he gets what he came for. It's the overtime here for the Vancouver Titans as Kevster is felled. Quite a competitive round here on Lee Shang Tower. Shockwave now to be chased down. He already used the health pack, he's done. And the Clads are back in control. If he just dropped on top of it. And Kevster thought he was safe, rather, staying alive under it. That wasn't the case at all. Shu goes down, Mirror now needs to turn around. Discord Orb was thrown there on Reiner. And Mirror's able to avoid him for the time being. The brawl is good for the Vancouver Titans. This look with Mirror at Doomfist, it works. And they even things up on Leisure.
From Masa makes the difference. So
it feels like Vancouver have a very good Doomfist look. Some big strides already being taken by the Vancouver.
With not a large HP pool, so Cassidy a pretty good choice here.
Guaranteed death. It's really powerful. I mean, it's a long range. Okay.
Oh, this is not where he wants to be.
I mean, he tried a mad grenade there. That one just got shot out of the sky. Shockwave is looking very, very good here.
It's like he does not want to be in the middle of the map here going up against Shockwave as he's got his ultimate. They'll allow the Titans, yeah, they'll flip the point.
Yeah, I mean, that's a dominant fight. Shockwave busy playing quite live here. Very clean rails.
Mirror got a charged punch ready to go.
Damn, that's nasty. Mirror comes in, and that's a very big stun. Meteor strikes straight back down on top of the Immortality Field once more. Shockwave helps him by getting rid of it. Power block now being used. He just uses the punch to reposition. Gladiator's going to get put in a blender. A lot of good poke damage here. I mean, Vancouver aren't quick enough to sort of get out of those effective ranges, but a flank from, excuse me, Aztec just wraps around on his own and deals with Kevster.
This has just been all-out chaos here in this first
even
match.
With the power block, Mirror cannot stay alive. The Gladiators outlast the Titans, but I mean, it's a bloody brawl.
The Gladiators still come out on top. First map on control as we go to King's Row.
King's Row seems to be the kind of map where weaker teams can be exposed.
Back to the Duke, so.
Rhino knows exactly what he's doing. It's going to be Zen Brig here for the Titans in their Doomfist-based composition. The Gladiators have the Ana for shoot.
It'll probably fall into Aspire.
Oh, that's so nasty. Even Aspire's lip curls there as he knows he's absolutely gotten the better of Patapan there. And he just waited. What patience from this man. Yeah, the Titans looking really good to capture this point. What a huge pick. A Shockwave and everybody dives. The counter dive here from the Titans looked really good. They went deep into the choke here, and now the Glads are in awkward positioning, but Kevster and Ryder are still alive. That means there's hope. Great sticky bomb connection from Shockwave, though. That echo is something else.
And this is what I mean, where this team has talent. Like,
yeah, that's right. He never really got.
But it's not like the skill went away. It's like, oh, they're going to lose Patty, though. All right, Reiner and Kevster on that dive. Going to pick up, and he sleeps Reiner.
He's gross. Comes back with 100 HP there, at least, but he'll eventually get brought down. The Titans taking some time to regroup. Now they're trying the right flank. Going to be an overclock from Patapan here, but Mira found a way to get in. He dives that backline. Gigantic body grenade there. Eventually it's shrugged off, but not before Massa is turned into mincemeat. Ryder's able to get out here with that meteor strike and drop straight on top of Mira, ending his run. And it's a big loss of momentum for the Titans here.
Getting aggressive behind Mirror, Shockwave able to pick up 2. Aspire, the cleanup crew there on Tracer, and this should be enough to take this checkpoint B.
Bionade of his own, but Kevster has found Aspire, and this is a freebie for Reiner. He'll take that and be happy.
Interesting is, like, we've seen teams go to like the 76 in the kickoff clash, but 76 obviously gets a little bit of a nerve. So going over to the Widow, that's going to have Shockwave move away from Echo.
Shockwave now assumes a position up here. Knows that Patapan sat in that back corner. It's a Storm Arrow that grazes his foe. The Mirror, he gets taken down by another very reliable shoot. Biotic Grenade connection is shorthand. The Gladiators are on the back foot, and the high ground still belongs to the Titans.
Do they have enough to get it over the line, though? Kevster's going to be able to come out and get a touch. Funny Astro as well.
There'll be a pulse bomb follow-up here. It's just stuck to the card, and Master's easily able to get away from that, perhaps tracked it to a degree. Costly for the Titans, but if they can stop them here, their win condition is well established now as there's less than 20 seconds left, and the Titans are forced away.
Spire and Mir probably the ones who got to get on and get a touch.
It's about the Bionade here from Shu. Aztec's Transcendence could be huge, but easily shut down if Shu has a comfortable position to lob that in from. Okay, they force it now. Reiner stand up, so is Kevster though. They've seen better days. And it's going to be Reiner falling there. Nice work on Shu though. That Discord wall makes it pretty easy for Aspire to work them down. And the Titans look like they come up with the goods here. The Transcendence goes a long way, but it's a huge powered up punch from Mira. A double stun to set this up.
You know, that fight at the end, not completed the map. That gives an easy win condition there. They've looked fantastic today, the Titans. Compositions around that, and you know, Mira looks to be very strong.
That's a disastrous start. Aztec getting picked off by Shu. A lot of damage on Mira. There is that Discord orb connection, and Shu, you know, combined with that dynamite, but it's not enough. Really, you know, putting the thumb screws on the back lines. But if you can't get into these fights, and if you're just not present like Shockwave here with these sight lines, you're less than invisible.
You know, that final part of the map.
Reiner takes the stun there quite happily. The Titans have to go forward now. Shu, great response to the pulse stick. It's going to be a Transcendence, and he goes well forward.
That's going to be the point.
He's telling his team what to do. He's like, yep, go. Patapan's happy. I mean, he's caused enough pressure to be applied to the Titans. The card is careening at blistering speed towards the end of the map here. And Kester's managed to find his way around the side. Now, here's that bomb that Shockwave's been waiting for, Matt. He's sat on this for so long, and, well, he disappears as soon as he arrives.
A little bit more of the long-range play paying off here for the Titans, but the Gladiators so far sitting a fantastic time. 4 minutes on the clock, so close to completing the map.
Okay, well, that's unexpected. They go for the Transcendence. They thought they might have lured them into the trap here. How do they convert now? It's a 4v4, but spawn advantage favors the Titans. They need to push forward, but Shockwave gets the anti-Widow kill. Kevster falls across the map. Love that pathing from Reiner.
And even with like a trade in the middle of that there, now you're relying on what? Funny Astro's going to pop his rally, maybe Patapan get
another really less than ideal support ultimate forced out of the Titans map.
Oh, this is a brutal spot to be fighting Rakita in, but he's got Funny Astro there with him as it looks like the Gladiators will be able to pick up the kills needed. Finish the map 2:22 in the time bank. It's like on control, the Titans like when it gets really fast and kind of messy and aggressive, they can
hand over fist with a lot of those key support ultimates that would sort of let them hang on a little bit longer.
So gives you a little bit more options on what you want to play. As probably just going to try and rush as, oh, that's going to be what? Oh, he takes out the Spire with a right click. That is massive.
That is unreal. What a gigantic pick from Patapon, making up for the fact that he was on the receiving end as the first pick when he was defending. Another little redemption arc in a series of them for Patapon. Shoes lost that immortality field, but Mirror's knocked to the ground, and he's done so. This map is over.
I mean, just like that. They go up 2-0, but this has been a hard-fought series.
That's interesting to see the Baptiste here. I mean, we saw what Shu did on this end. Really scary stuff from him. The Gladiators want to play a poke comp. Double sniper.
Typically, like, you'd have like a double shield set up in play. You can kind of avoid them at times. It's going to be very difficult to do. Nice shot there. A headshot and a Shu. It's going to take out some extra damage there.
Mate, it's a nightmare. He's trying to, fight both Widow and Hanzo at the same time and still picks off the most high-value target. That's ridiculous. And now he might even win out against Kevster. This Shockwave kid, man, there's something to this guy, I'm telling you.
See him get cooking here on the Widowmaker as Tracer goes down. Reiner gets tagged a little bit. Can he use the Gravitic Flux, though?
Look at the Shockwave now. Shockwave wasn't caught in that flux, but he wants to make life harder for this Hanzo. He's just been such a nuisance.
Yeah, and without Shockwave, you don't have anything long range here, as the Gravitic Flux is used by False, but so many players drop for the Titans as it's going up.
Shockwave falls back. Those Hyperspheres. Real nuisance for the Hanzo. Shield in his way, and Aztec finally is laid low. And there's Arns holds the Infrasight for a moment. Oh, nicely done. That's not an easy shot to hit. Again, Shockwave delights us as Arns is taken down with Infrasight available.
This has been a lot like what we've seen, though, in this series. Like, the Titans, their offenses have been good. It's just been their defenses that have been a little bit lacking. We'll see if it'll change when they go on the defensive side of things.
Dragon Strike comes from a weird angle. It's definitely going to give his position away, but it doesn't claim any kills. Shu doesn't quite know where he needs to be with this trans. Oh my god, Aztec!
He knows where he needs to be.
My god, Air Matrix thrown up, and Shu's very first orb comes out and claims him a kill. That'll be that. Double sniper comp too strong for the Titans there as they are left scratching their heads.
Actually, he ends up using it to save Reiner, because Reiner's up on that.
And it's a Gravitic Flux that comes out, right? Reiner doesn't get any kills with that, just to pressure the shield down. Oh, we'll be happy with that either way. Still, quite a job for the Titans here. Good pressure, but mostly via body shots here from Arns. Oh, wow! Okay, it looks like it was not crossed there by a Hypersphere. That actually ruined his aim on that shot. Not saying it would have hit it otherwise, but definitely made it harder. So even a body shot might have been enough there, and eventually the Titans actually able to win out. That elongated trade from the high ground goes their way.
And if Arns isn't going to hit some of those shots, not exactly the easiest shots, but still shots we've seen him hit in the past, it'll be very difficult to push with this Widowmaker.
Ooh, Aztec spotted. Kevster finished the job there. From two different sources came long-range damage, and it was enough. Right now able to win out eventually. They get rid of Master. They force the Titans out of this position, but False, he's there with a Spire and Shockwave. They come alive once more, and the Gladiators are having a real problem trying to crack open this nut, this high ground defense. Aggressive positioning tells me that the Gladiators are ready to finish the fight.
Yeah, it's that time. With Aztec as well, so the walls here. It's going to prevent them from even getting a touch.
Sorry, the Dragon Strike came through there. Shocko got pressured. Skewed pushed his way through the tunnel. Yeah, and Reiner's in a little bit of trouble here. The rest of his team needs to sort of push to where he is. He's dancing shields while he can. But the Gravitic Flux is enough for the Titans to encircle the enemy Sigma. I feel like the composure for the Titans has been quite good, right? Their defensive holds on both stages of the map. But it's just one fight, one little thing, whether it's a positioning error, someone overextending, like False.
You're also going up against a championship team, like the number one team from that.
But the Titans gets to get Shockwave. He wins that battle. Look at him, set up there. Proud as a pigeon on the high ground. Aztec falls to long-range pressure from Shu, and he looks like he's far from done. Reiner needs help, and Shu plunges into the enemy formation with their Transcendence up. The healing's going to be there, and Skewed gets involved once more. That's another series for the Los Angeles Gladiators with the Titans. I think they can be happy with this, even in a 3-0.
It was a pretty close, like, as terms of 3-0s get, like, that is a close one.